Bramborough back with Grand Tactician Civil War. CSA campaign in version 1.09 beta. Irvin McDowell pushes into Virginia aggressively at the very outset of the war. Beauregard must make some hard decisions to gain time for Johnston's Army of the Shenandoah to arrive. The armies meet at Manassas, where Beauregard finds federal troops arriving from an unexpected direction. The first major battle of the war does not start smoothly. Quick note before we get started. I got another request for a viewer unit, which I have recruited Tennessee hog drivers from Tennessee, of course, and they're being recruited in the Central Department. However, the requested commander was James J. Archer, which I can't do because Archer in game is a volunteer officer from Maryland, so ineligible for brigade command. I do not remember who requested this, and I can't find the comment again, which is why I'm mentioning it here. Let me know in comments what you'd like me to do about it. Is AP Stewart okay? Could create like a fake avatar James J. Archer. In any case, let me know what you'd like me to do about it, or leave it as it is. I talked a lot in episode 1, and I don't really have anything further before we get time rolling. I am about 80% sure that this army is going to move toward Beauregard. I've already got the Army of the Shenandoah crossing the river and coming through the Blue Ridge to get in reinforcement range. Let's see if I guessed right. I'm rolling. Here he comes. Shit. I don't know if the Army of the Shenandoah is going to get there in time. Let's see if Beauregard can get moving on the railroad toward Johnston. Doesn't look like it. Well, here we go. Okay, we didn't get our armies combined. So much for mediocre aggression, right? Boom, he just came right across. 32,000 to our 18,000. If I withdraw, that's going to separate our two armies. It's going to get hard to get them combined. Unless he just withdraws to Culpeper. Department of Pennsylvania is in defensive mode, and they're not moving very fast. I'm going to try to withdraw in order to get a better situation with our two armies combined. That may not work, but I don't want to go 2-to-1 with half the guys using muskets. Question is, where is he withdrawing to? Should just be withdrawing to Culpeper. I hope. Still in rearguard action right now. Ah, he's just coming to here. That's fine. That's fine. Johnston, march to the sound of guns. You need to be a little bit closer than that. Patterson's not doing crap. Okay, good. Thinks it's going to work out. Lost our supply depot momentarily. Johnston, you need to move faster than that, bro. Come on. Come on. Get over here. Johnston's close enough to reinforce now. Now Patterson's moving. Need to make contact with this army before Patterson gets across the river and can reinforce himself. We're going to force march. Turn the railroad off. Force march. Both of you. That's better. That's better. This fight we will take. All right. 32,000 men. No guns. No guns. Oh no, 24 guns and 0 cap. And we've got 16 guns and one little tiny calf. All right. Let's hop in. Okay, we're on the Manassas map. It is a meeting situation, but the objective is here just outside the edge of our deployment zone. You can see where the deployment zone is. This is our entry point here. And this is the entry point, Warrenton, where Johnston's army, the Shenandoah, is expected to arrive in about 2 hours. Usually in a situation like this, I'll just kind of set up a line near the objective and let them come. But I think what I want to do is I want to push forward and get within range of these forts. These are the two federal entry points. I believe that they're going to come right down this pike, Warrenton Pike, and then come off and try to cross at Balls and Lewis's Ford, or possibly the Stone Bridge, to come down to the objective. So I've got one division. AP Hill's division is in position to move up here in this area. Longstreet is here to move here. Got the artillery. I want them on this hill right here. And Smith only has 2 brigades. I'm moving him up to cover the Stone Bridge and the Farm Ford. It's already past 5 o'clock. It is July. Sunset will be at 9 p.m., 2100. So we do still have almost 4 hours, about 3.5 hours. I don't know if there's going to be any fighting today or not. But he doesn't have that far to march if the McDowell is spawning here. It just comes right down the road. See how it works out. Well, it is 1845, about 2 hours and 15 minutes until sunset, and we have been flanked, and flanked hard. Had the guys back here, moved them up, started building the breastworks, covering the fords. They came pretty fast, and you can see here's Taylor, Porter, and Moore's brigades, and they are across Island Ford. And Hill's division is in a little bit of a pickle. A little bit of a pickle. I don't see how these brigades got here, to be honest. These are the only two federal entry points. I guess they must have had a deployment zone about like this, and they must have been all the way on the edge down here and just came right down this way. You know, they didn't start back here. They couldn't have marched here that fast, I don't think. So we've got a battle starting pretty much right now, and my guys are not where they should be. First thing I'm going to do before I start time rolling here is I'm going to tell Smith's division, we need Kirby Smith over here. We need him here fast. Let's bring him up to about like this. We need to extricate Hill's brigades out of that position. Let's come to here. And let's give both these brigades double time orders. Meanwhile, I'm going to leave the Louisiana Tigers under Richard Taylor right here to cover this ford. These guys got caught right in the middle of building entrenchments. We don't want that. We don't want that. Don't want you coming back that way. I'm just going to tell you to halt what you're doing. And Oak, let's just rotate you. All right. Lost sight of this federal brigade that was over here. Orders coming to Kirby Smith this way. Bring Taylor right up here where he can range that ford. Okay, Smith has his orders. He's going to get his brigades moving. spot wherever they are. Let's unlimber. If I can get the right... Oh, I got the wrong commander. There we go. I thought I told this division to come over this way. Push Edward Johnston right up in here where he's in range. It's kind of pushing forward and they're already exposed, but I think I'd rather be catching them right here on the ford. Hoping to get Allegheny Johnston here in these woods where he's got cover. These guys need to actually finish their movement first. Don't see any Federals coming across the stone bridge. Bill's got his guys moving now. Yell County Rifles and their Claiborne on the march. Okay, Allegheny Johnston has thrown one brigade back. Good. Coke skirmishers have been driven in over here. Are contesting this ford here. One Fleet's division. These Mississippi armed skirmishers kind of here. think these guys might be rifle armed. Smith, get moving. Clayton's already over here. Pender hasn't even started moving yet. What's up with that? For some reason he doesn't have the order. Go. Kirby Smith needs to come over. Johnston's broken. Cook's not in a good situation here. He's against 2 brigades. Let's rotate just a little bit. Tigers up. Pender's moving now, good. Coach needs to back out of this. Artillery's fine. Focus broken. I think Graham's Lucians needs to stay here. This brigade is breaking here at this ford. That's yeah. Okay. Flavor's moving into position. Okay, the Tigers are withdrawing in good order. They've taken few casualties. I think they're going to be okay. This brigade's been thrown back from this fort here at, which fort is that? Ball Fort? Okay, let's pull these skirmishers back in. Brigade is wavering here. That's good. Remember, it's first combat for everybody. All our brigades and all their brigades. It's Beauregard himself. I think you need to be up here somewhere. Let's reposition the artillery like so. I'd like to get them up on this hill if I could. I just don't think I can. Okay, let's bring what's left of Hill's division, which is the Louisiana Tigers. Let's come bring them here. Let's wait for Pender to come up before we do anything here with let's kind of move. Let's make a little room here for Pender. So let's bring Claiborne a little bit to his left. What we should be able to do is just left face, march over this way, and then right face facing this way again. And in... Wow! That's actually what they're doing. I think that might be the first time in Grand Tactician Civil War I've ever seen that. Is that something new in 1.09? That's amazing. I don't remember seeing a patch note for that. I'm glad these guys are sitting still. They could have us in a world of hurt, you know. Has anyone come down? No one has come down here to grab this objective. They don't seem to care much about that. Johnston's guys moved here because that's where Beauregard was at the time. I wonder if I can move them back. No. Okay, now they're advancing again. I think I missed the... I think I must have missed the notification that the Army of Shenandoah is here. Okay. Come on up. Join the party. Actually, yeah. Well, there's a road leading over this way. Let's bring them over here. Do is just rotate a bit. There you go. Let's get in position, and Purcell Battery is finding shots. Washington Artillery is still moving in. Yell County Rifles coming up on Taylor's right. Fortunately, they only have Springfield muskets. They need to advance a little bit farther. Same with Pender. don't think there's any more Yankees coming this way. Bring 3rd Brigade up here. Okay, Yale County Rifles in action. Firing on 4th Brigade here. Helping out the Louisiana Tigers. Ooh. Muskets. Run up there, give him some buck and ball there, Claiborne. There you go. There you go. That should break that brigade. Keep pushing. Get after. Almost done. Almost done. Okay. Labor, rotate. Zoom out, make sure there's not something snaky going on. Oh, okay. These are all musket-armed troops here. Nope, Graham's not. Keep it that artillery. Finner's taking some casualties here, but he's about to have Claiborne on his left, and they're going to double up on this brigade right here. Militia. Sending these skirms over to fire on this artillery because I think they're going to get there faster. They won't take as many casualties. Louisiana boys up over this way. They can fire in either direction as necessary. Seems an odd arrow, a little apprehensive on what they're actually going to do. Okay, Claiborne's got engaged over here alongside Pender. Oh, Pender's starting to... Aha. Okay. See what our situation here is. Okay, we have a contiguous deployment where Johnston was just close enough where they got a contiguous, we can actually move his army into here. rework some things around, and I'll be back. Yeah, here we are on the morning of day 2, and a little bit of a change of plan because I had not noticed that Union's taken the objective. There's a division over here. This is the 5th Division. I don't think they've really been engaged. So I'm leaving Beauregard's army kind of in its position. I've kind of moved the divisions around. Hill's and Smith's divisions took more casualties. I've got them in these from yesterday's breastworks here, and I've moved Longstreet over here because these are the closest federal brigades. If they're still here, I think they will be. And built them a little parapet. A little bit weak right here. However, I think we'll be okay. And then meanwhile, Johnston's army is only 4 brigades. Jackson's got 2, and William Walker's got 2. So I've got Jackson's division here, Walker's division here. And they're going to advance on the federal 5th Division. It's not great terrain, to be honest, but it's not great for them either. Okay, let's roll. Well, they redeployed. They don't often do that. And they built breastworks over here. So because they held the objective, that put it in a situation where we're attacking, yet very strange. Yet they move. Well, no. There's still something over here. Here's Tidball's artillery. Well, let them sit here. Certainly not going to try to go against this position. And we're still going to have Johnston move on up in here and engage whatever is here. Boy, I hope I didn't mess up. They're in a better situation over here. Okay. Jackson. Nope, they're still over here. Let's move the 82nd up to this fence. Got the 1st Georgia sharpshooters. Let's move him to this position. Well, Walker. Come on up about like so. Two Bureau units here, the 82nd All-American and the 1st Georgia Sharpshooters. And over here in Walker's division, we've got the Green Jacket Volunteers under Paul Reynolds. Brigade here. Well, they just walked right out of their Squirts are coming back across. This artillery over about like this. Usually on an overnight deployment phase, I kind of just stays where they are. They're not doing that anymore. And I think I did see a patch note to that effect. This is just Yule's skirmish getting flanked while they're trying to rejoin. This is not this what it's doing. I thought I just told these guys to come in. These guys are limbered up. I don't want you limbered up. Jackson's engaged over here. Okay, 82nd. It's got some fence cover here. Georgia sharpshooters are not having a good time. Let's tell them to stop. Where's Jackson? Jackson, looks like we're going to stand here, not up on that fence. Second brigade broken. First Georgia sharpshooters are wavering. Oh, they're in melee. Both of these brigades are broken. It's up to the 82nd to hold things together. Come on. Airborne. Break that brigade right there. Be up here. Jackets up here. I don't know why Yule's skirmishers won't rejoin his brigade. Just move him out of the line of fire. Okay, 5th Division has been routed. I got caps somewhere. They're tiny, but how about you just come over here and take the objective? There you go. Spring Walker's division. This way. 82nd over here. Let's move Jones back over this way for reserve. I should rejoin fine. You'll it's muskets, he can't quite range those guys. Maybe I should have put Graham over here in this spot. Didn't really foresee that. Okay, Purcell artillery is finding shots. So is the Washington artillery. once the cab takes this objective, Green Jackets may do it. I mean, they're walking through there anyway to go to their new position. Limber up this artillery. Need to bring them over. Right about here. Artillery needs to go. We're not able to fire. I'm just going to lay them down to further reduce casualties in Ewell's brigade. That'll do a better job of driving the skirmishers in. Only about half of Graham's brigade was able to fire. I think these were the guys that routed way over here. I don't think they were crossing that ford. They're building breastworks. Oh no, those are our old breastworks from yesterday. Never mind. Casualty and morale situation. 5,000 to over 2,500. 14.5% of their force, but almost 10% of ours. Have you not inflicted any casualties at all on those skirmishes? Okay, now it's a defensive situation, which means he may attack us. Kill time a little bit faster, give Johnston's guys time to come up on the right over here. Here comes another brigade. First brigade. Let's take this battery, the Ross's battery, and put them over this side of the house. I'm thinking this would be the easy part of the line for these divisions that took casualties yesterday. I don't know if it's going to work out like that. Louisiana Tigers engaged again. They're getting charged. They are. Let's back Coke out of the line. Claiborne's in that spot. Louisiana Tigers just pick up a star of experience, and they've seen off the 1st Brigade. Can't really get them to... No, that's not what I want you to do. Stop. 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 Don't really want you doing. Don't really want you doing. No, we're back in melee again with this routed brigade. Okay, Walker's just about got his guys in position. Johnston, come over here. We need to get these guys back in long range. Still in line. Because I told them to stop. No, I don't want you to pick up the guns. I want you to fire those guys in line. Let's see if I can get them to fall back. But I'll fix their formation at least. When they're about to get meleeed again. Come on, Louisiana Tigers. Hold through another melee here. Yeah. Well, at least we got the 2nd Brigade just about routed. Okay. That brigade is routed. Okay, let's put Coke in this spot. Well, thought they were routed. I think we're about to get... What is going on? More melee. Okay. Smith's division engaged again over here. Pender and Claiborne. What's happening over here? Yet. Walker's still moving up in position. Where's the 82nd? Which I thought were coming over this way. While the artillery moved. Okay. Doing okay here, I hope. This first brigade is falling back. One of probably several first brigades. Second brigade is about to fall back. They're wavering. Johnston's moving back up to this position. Those breastworks were never completed, but you still get a little bit of cover there from where they started. Well, okay, never mind. He's firing. He's fine. I did have just a few Parrott rifles. Washington artillery has Parrots from the inventory. Okay, how's our cohesion here? They look fine. Okay, Walker. Ants here. I don't know if these guys have... No, they don't have range. Well, they're limited. So I don't know if they have range. Let's move the 82nd up. Pull these skirmishers in. They were low on ammo anyway. believe they're withdrawing. You just have to volunteers can only get to shoot somebody. So get over there, shoot those guys. B, these guys. With your muskets. Should get hung up in this ford right here and slow down a little bit. Let's get the green jackets to cover that ford. Well, they're not taking the ford, never mind. Yeah, they can run faster than we can chase them. It's just the way it goes when guys are out. I don't know if we're going to get to 22%. Okay. So what's probably going to happen here is we can't really catch them. They're withdrawing when we get to the deployment phase tonight, but that is 12 hours away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have every brigade in both armies build breastworks all day. And that's to ensure that they all get their perk slots open. I don't think we need to record that and have that in the video, though. So I'll be back with the end of the battle. Right, let's have a look at the casualty report as the battle ends. Not surprisingly, Beauregard's Army of Northern Virginia inflicted more casualties than Johnston's army did. A, it's bigger. B, they were more heavily engaged and on the field longer. In the army, let's look at the Army of Shenandoah first. About even between Jackson's and Walker's division. There's two Jacksons because there's another Jackson commanding the Artie. Stonewall Jackson's brigade. 1st Georgia Sharpshooters, almost 400, and the 82nd, a little over 250. Probably not bad considering the length of time that they were engaged. And in Walker's division, Green Jacket Volunteers did pretty good there by the end at little over 350. In the Army of Northern Virginia, by far Hill's division inflicted the most casualties despite having 2 of those brigades broken on the first day. Worth noting, though, they didn't rout off the field. They recovered during the overnight and were in the line, ready to continue fighting for day 2. In Hill's division, Louisiana Tigers, almost 1,500. They did break at the end, but through much of that battle, I got to say this brigade is probably, kind of the star of the show. Matter of fact, they picked up their first star of experience and are noted as the best brigade in the Army. In the best division in the Army. Will it stay that way? We'll see. In Kirby Smith's division, I was a little surprised to see that Pender's 6th Brigade actually did 660, which I think is probably the second highest out of any brigade in the Army. And I was surprised to see that the Yale County Rifles did lower than that. However, I will say that even if they only inflicted 281 with their muskets, I think they delivered the right 281 at the right time. A couple of times during that battle. I think the brigade still did a great job. And in Longstreet's division, which wasn't as heavily engaged, Graham's Legion, over 500, which for this battle is a pretty high number. Probably third highest out of any brigade. All right. And this is showing up here in this tooltip. It's showing 7,000 casualties. Most of the Federal Army has already left the field. Not all, apparently. Yeah, 19.3%, but we took over 10%. We took 11% casualties. 3,100 for us. I thought that was a pretty interesting battle. Right at the very beginning, how, I'm setting up here, facing these fords, and where do the Federal brigades show up? Over here on the flank. Uh-oh. So that was a pretty interesting battle. And they should withdraw here as I stop. Yeah. Withdrawal. Minor Confederate victory. Came close. Lost most of his guns. Hopefully we captured something nice there. We'll see. Didn't lose any of ours. Despite our small artillery units, they took some fire and they lost some guys, but they didn't lose any guns. That's great. See right there, we got that bug where I can't advance time to get out of the battle, which is why I've started doing the casualty reports before we actually get to this, because that way I still have this button and I don't have to do a save and reload. Okay, well, we captured over 800, but we don't have our POW camp built yet. We did also capture 3,600 rifles. I hope there's some actual rifles in there and maybe some decent artillery. Richard Anderson of the 1st Georgia Sharpshooters, I think, unfortunately got defamed there because of that route. I'm not going to change him out. He'll get over it. He'll get undefamed. His guys will be all right. So McDowell will be retreating here shortly. It may only go back as far as this Alexandria port. I don't think he's going to go back across the river because this is a Union IIP, and for that matter, no, Fredericksburg isn't. However, looks like the Union is managing to burn this damn supply depot down on their way out. That sucks, because it's a tier 2. That would have been really handy. Disaster for the Union. I think this newspaper headline is related to... yeah. This strategic objective, win a major battle. Not a major victory, a major battle. So this is depending on the size of the forces engaged. Each side must commit at least 10,000 troops. So that's done. And what was the effect there? Union national morale -5. And so it begins. And Beauregard gets some fame there. Speaking of fame, William Walker wound up getting fame from that battle, which seems kind of odd since his division was probably least engaged out of any of the 5. Please go across the river. Please go across the river. Please go across the river. Really? You're sitting there? I've always been under the understanding that when an army retreats, it goes to a suitable point, which is usually an IIP, or I think forts and supply depots count for that as well. None of that here. I don't know. All right. In any case, again, thought that was a pretty interesting battle. Hope you did too. And that will do for this episode. If you like what we're doing with the channel, if you like this content, looking forward to the campaign, then leave a like, leave a comment, maybe even subscribe. If you're new to the channel or the series, well, as I'm recording it, we're all new to the series. But if you're catching this later and want to find the other episodes a little easier, I'm linking the playlist here. At any rate, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.